The question is, there are winners in a trade war. Okay, a trade war begins when a country takes action to restrict the entry of one or more imported products from another nation or from a specific group of nations. I can range from raising tariffs to banning all importation of a product. As a consequence, affected nations adopt similar regulation and retaliation, possibly prompting further action by the first country. The term trade war is a very problematic term, which can mean many things at once. That are a trade war is a very problematic term, which can mean many things at the same time. It is in fact a wide range of commercial conflicts. We can range from a simple limitation on the importation of a product to even a political dispute for an economic reason between two or more countries. The Chinese Commerce Minister Song Sang said in April 1998, just after U.S. President Donald Trump announced the tariffs that started an escalation or trade war barriers between the two countries, but is not always like this. In fact, if a country does not expect to gain anything, why will it start a war, commercial or conventional? Indeed, the trade balance between the United States and China has been consistently favorable to the latter, and that is another of the factors that Mexico has benefited from, ceasing to be in Trump's crosshair. Mexico has legal instruments to face the measures announced by the United States regarding the application of tariffs to Mexican products. Tariffs imposed on Chinese products, in theory, make an American-made products cheaper than imported ones, encouraging consumers to opt to the domestic product. But tariffs can also be tactic in the framework of the trade war relations between Washington and Beijing. Trump insisted that while this may initially hurt the U.S. economy, he is a confident trade war that in long run the Chinese economy will also suffer. Experts say Trump's strategy is to force China back to the negotiation table to discuss broader trade issues than it has been willing so far. For his part, Chinese President Xi Jinping, he said that both countries should be more flexible in order to resolve the trade dispute. But Beijing has also responded with an increase in tariffs for some of the products that Chinese import from from the United States. Obviously, the U.S. and Chinese economies are the one most in danger, but they are not the but they are the by they are not the by they are not the only ones. According to DBS chief economist Timur Bey, a trade war is peak might take 0.25% of GDP from both economics this year. And the situation may yet worse next year with a reduction in growth of around 0.5% or more. As one study points out, world trade declined by 66% between 1929 and 1934, while U.S. exports and imports to and from Europe also fell be about 2/3. Although no one says we are the point yet. Companies are more concerned than before, especially because of the uncertainty that tit for tat mentality between Beijing and Washington could be led both sides not to want to step down from their hostile positions for fear of losing. But what many entrepreneurs hope, of course, is that this fury will be the beginning and another series of negotiations. The concern is that if it's not, it will escalate and we will all be poorer. And that includes you. That includes you and me. The United States and China are thresholds of trade war, with imagined consequences for both sides. While China's economy is dependent on exports, with nearly 20% of his exports going to the USA, industries in the United States reliant on imports are also feeling the pressure on the supply chains and might look to shift production outside the USA in order to avoid higher production costs at home. The Trump administration is betting that China will back down. And American companies will profit from protectionism. The bigger economic challenges will emerge if the trade war continues. Faced with higher tariffs, China could struggle to find trading partner for exports is normally sent to the USA. The negative effects of the trade war are also not limited to the US and China. South Korea, Taiwan, and Singapore are closely linked to China's economy. And business which are part of supply chain to China are feeling the pain of tariffs. The United Kingdom, for example, is already reporting losses, causing its increased prices on automobiles sold in China. What may come of this trade war and that are these long-term effects? Are the tensions between the USA and China really about the trade and technological dominance, or this a great power competition for economic and strategic trade? Thank you very much.